Okay, alrighty. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Essential Grammar in Use lesson. Before we begin, I would like to remind you that if you would like to work at home or work like by catching up on anything that you've missed, we would recommend you buy the Essential Grammar in Use book, just in case you miss any lessons and you want to catch up by yourself. So today we are going to be covering Lesson 5. Lesson 5 covers two things: I have and I've got, and was/were. Okay. Before we get started, I just want to remind you all to submit all previous homeworks. They will all be posted in the Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and begin. All right, quick recap on who I am. Hello, my name is Yousuf. I'm from Cairo, Egypt, but I live and study in the United States of America. I will be your teacher for this course. So let's go ahead and begin. All right, so here we have, to start us off, two charts, okay? So the first one has the combination of I have, we have, you have, they have, and it also has the combination of he has, she has, it has, okay? The second one has I have got, we have got, you have got, they have got, or he has got, she has got, it has got, okay? And these words can have a short form, which can be said as I've got, we've got, you've got, they've got, or he's got, she's got, it's got, all right? So I have blue eyes. You can say that one that way, or you can say I've got blue eyes. You can say Tom has two sisters, or you can say Tom has got two sisters. You could say our car has four doors, or you can say our car has got four doors. You could say Sarah isn't feeling well, she has a headache, or you can just say she's got a headache. You can say they like animals, they have a horse, 3 dogs, and 6 cats, or you can say they've got a horse, 3 dogs, and 6 cats. All right, so now we have our negative side of things. So you can say things like I don't have, or you don't have. All right. You can say we don't have, they don't have, or he doesn't have, she doesn't have, it doesn't have. Okay. So we also have I haven't got, or you haven't got, and we have we haven't got and they haven't got. And then the alternative could also be she hasn't got, he hasn't got, and it hasn't got. All right. So I don't have a car, or I haven't got a car. They don't have any children, or they haven't got any children. It's a nice house, but it doesn't have a garden, or it hasn't got a garden. Amy doesn't have a job at the moment, or Amy hasn't got a job. All right. So for questions, you can say things like, do I have, do you have, do we have, or do they have? You could also say, does he have, does she have, does it have? All right. An alternative could also be have I got, have you got, have we got, have they got, or has he got, has she got, has it got. All right. So do you have a camera? No, I don't. Or you can say, have you got a camera? No, I haven't. All right. Does Helen have a car? Yes, she does. Or has Helen got a car? Yes, she has. What kind of car does she have? Or what kind of car has she got? How many children do they have? Or how many children have they got? Okay. So now we have our exercises. So we have 8 sentences here, and we have to change them so they have the word got in them. Okay. So we have 2 examples. They have 2 children. They changed to they've got 2 children. And she doesn't have a key, changes to she hasn't got a key. All right. So number 3, he has a new job. What could we write for that one? You can write your answers in the chat. You can say, he's got a new job. All right. Do you have an umbrella? You could say, have you got an umbrella? We have a lot of work to do. You can say, we've got a lot of work to do. I don't have your phone number. You can say something like, I haven't got your phone number. Does your father have a car? You can say something like, has your father got a car? How much money do we have? You could say, how much money have we got? All right. So now for the next part, we want to write the sentences, the 6 sentences we have, with words like do, does, don't, or doesn't. Okay. So have you got any money changes to do you have any money? All right. I haven't got many clothes. What could we change that one to? You can change that one to I don't have many clothes. 3. Has Tom got a brother? You could say, does Tom have a brother? 4. How many children have they got? You say, how many children do they have? 5. Have you got any questions? You say, do you have any questions? And 6. Sam hasn't got a job. You can say, Sam doesn't have a job. So now we're going to read the questions and answers, and we are going to write sentences about Mark. Okay. So all of these are about Mark. Have you got a car? Mark says no. So we write, he hasn't got a car. All right. Have you got a bike? And Mark says yes. So what could we write there? He has got a bike. Good. Have you got a dog? Mark says no. What can we write there? He hasn't got a dog. Good. Have you got a mobile phone? And Mark says yes. What could we write there? You can say he's got a mobile phone. All right. Have you got a watch? Mark says no. So what can we say about Mark? Because he hasn't got a watch. All right. Have you got any brothers or sisters? And then he says, yes, 2 brothers and a sister. So what could we write for that one? You could write, he's got 2 brothers and a sister. All right. So now these sentences are going to be about you guys. So you guys write the sentences yes or no. So a dog, how do you write it with I've got or I haven't got? I've got a dog. Good. A bike. How could you write that one? I've got a bike. Good. and brothers or sisters. You can say something like, I've got one brother and two sisters, or I've got two brothers and two sisters, anything like that. All right, good. Okay, now we have to complete the sentences. So we have to use words like have, has, don't have, or doesn't have. Okay, so the first two, Sarah doesn't have a car. She goes everywhere by bike. Or they like animals. They have 3 dogs and 2 cats. Okay. Charles isn't happy. He blank a lot of problems. What could we write for that? He has a lot of problems. Good. They are always busy. They blank much free time. They don't have much free time. Good. What's wrong? I blank something in my eye. Now we have, what's wrong? I have something in my eye. Good. Where's my pen? I don't know. I blankets. I don't know. I don't have it. Good. Amy wants to go to the concert, but she blank a ticket. But she doesn't have a ticket. Okay. All right, good. Okay, now we have to complete the other sentences. So we're going to use have or has got, or haven't or hasn't got. Okay. So the first one, we have our example. I'm not feeling very well. I've got a headache. Okay. Second one, everybody likes Tom. He blank. He has a lot of friends. Good. 3, she can't open the door. She blank. She doesn't have a key. Good. 4, quick, we blank. We don't have much time. Good. 5, an insect blank. An insect has 6 legs. Good. 6, I'm unemployed. I blank. This one would be I don't have a job. All right. Good, good. Okay, now we go to the second half, which is was, were. All right. So here we have a picture that's showing last night. This man was sleeping. His name is Robert. And now he's working. Okay. By the way, employed means that you have a job. So now Robert is at work. Okay. At midnight last night, he wasn't at work. He was in bed. He was asleep. Okay. So am is present and was is past. All right. So I am tired means I am tired now. I was tired last night means that in the past I was tired. Where is Kate? Where was Kate yesterday? The weather is good today. The weather was good last week. Okay. Are is present and were is past. So you are late, or you were late yesterday. They aren't here, or they weren't here last Sunday. All right. So here we have positives, negatives, and question forms. Okay. So for the positive, I was, he was, she was, it was. Okay. Or we have we were, you were, they were. Negative, I was not or wasn't. He was not, she was not, it was not. And then we have we were not, you were not, they were not, and you can also use weren't. Okay. For questions, was I, was he, was she, was it, were we, were you, were they? All right. So last year, Rachel was 22, so she is 23 now. Next, when I was a child, I was scared of dogs. We were hungry after the journey, but we weren't tired. The hotel was comfortable, but it wasn't expensive. Was the weather nice when you were on holiday? Your shoes are nice. Were they expensive? Why were you late this morning? All right. So now we have short answers like yes, I was, yes, he was, yes, she was, yes, it was, yes, we were, yes, you were, yes, they were. Okay. Or no, I was not or wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, she wasn't. No, it wasn't. Or no, we weren't. No, you weren't. No, they weren't. All right. So were you late? No, I wasn't. Was Tom at work yesterday? Yes, he was. Were Sue and Steve at the party? No, they weren't. All right. So here's our next exercise. All right. So 5 pictures, and we want to talk about or write a sentence about where all of these people were. Okay. So number 1, you can see that Joe is sleeping, and it says Joe was in bed. All right. So number 2, Jack and Kate, they're watching a movie. So where are they? Jack and Kate are where? Or Jack and Kate were at the cinema. All right. They were at the cinema. Good. Sue is at a train station and she's waiting. So what could we write? We could write Sue was waiting for the train. Good. Number 4, you could see that Mr. and Mrs. Hull are at a restaurant. So what could we write for that one? You could say Mr. and Mrs. Hull were having dinner at a restaurant. All right. And number 5, Ben is where? Or where was he? Ben was at the beach. All right, good. And then you, what were you doing at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon? I have something like I was at home, I was playing, things like that. All right, good. Okay, so now we have 9 sentences, and we have to write am, is, are as the present tense or was, were as the past tense. Okay. So number 1 is our example. Last year she was 22, so she is 23 now. All right. Today the weather blank nice, but yesterday it blank very cold. Today the weather is nice, but yesterday it was very cold. Good. I blank hungry. Can I have something to eat? I am hungry. Good. I feel fine this morning, but I blank very tired last night. All right. I feel fine this morning, but I was very tired last night. Number 5, where blank you at 11 o'clock last Friday morning? Where were you? Good. Don't buy those shoes. They blank very expensive. They are very expensive. Good. I like your new jacket. Blank it expensive. This one would be I like your new jacket. Was it expensive? Why? Because he bought it in the past. Okay. So if he bought it in the past, he already spent the money. So you would say, was it expensive? 8, this time last year, I blank in Paris. I was in Paris. Good. 9, where blank Sam and Joe? I don't know. They blank here a few minutes ago. The first one is, where are Sam and Joe? And I don't know, they were here a few minutes ago. All right. Okay, next. Here we have to write was, were, or wasn't, weren't. Okay, so the first one we have, we weren't happy with the hotel. Our room was very small and it wasn't clean. All right, that's the example. So Mark blank at work last week because he blank ill. He's better now. Mark wasn't at work last week because he was ill. He's better now. Good. Yesterday, blank a public holiday, so the bank's closed. They're open today. Yesterday was a public holiday, so the banks were closed. All right, good. 4, blank Kate and Ben at the party. Kate blank there, but Ben blank. This one is, were Kate and Ben at the party? Kate was there, but Ben wasn't. All right. Where are my keys? They blank on the table, but they're not there now. They were on the table. Good. 6, you blank at home last night. Where blank you? This one is, you weren't at home last night. Where were you? All right, good. Okay, now we have words. Okay, so we have words at each of these, and we have to write questions with words like was and were. Okay, so the first one is our example. Late you this morning, why? We take those, we change the order, and we add were, so it changes to, why were you late this morning? Okay, 2, difficult your exam. What could we write for that one? Was your exam difficult? Good. 3, last week, where Sue and Chris? Where were Sue and Chris last week? Good. Your new camera, how much? How much was your new camera? Good. Angry you yesterday, why? Why were you angry yesterday? Good. And then the last one, nice the weather last week. This one would be, was the weather nice last week? All right, good. Good. All right, so that is all that we have for today. All right, so I thank you all for coming. You all did a great job. Before we leave, please do not forget to submit the homeworks. All of them will be in the Google Classroom. And I hope all of you have a great day or night.